I've loved music genuinely since I was in kindergarten. Well, my parents noticed it, like, I don't know, like I already had it in me. Hello. The first time I sang was when I finished kindergarten at my graduation. I don't know how they managed it, I don't remember very well, but my teacher and my parents figured out a way for me to learn a song and sing it on the day of the closing ceremony. Wow. Even now, sometimes I still get a little bit embarrassed to do certain things, but basically, since I was a kid, I wasn't too shy to learn a song and sing it in front of people.
Well, let me tell you, if you ever need anything, a second voice or the lead, I'm at your service. More years to come.
I still remember the nerves I felt when I looked at you that day. With your beautiful smile and those eyes, you made me tremble. Hey, how are you, friends?
I want to tell you that today we came here to this ranch in Tenanguillo. It's a community that's more or less small, but it's a land of friendly people, hardworking people, and above all, beautiful women. We came here to greet a friend who, well, another day we were at an event together. I didn't have the chance to shake his hand, but today I'm going to get to do it. How are you doing, sir?
Good afternoon, or is it morning? No.
It's already afternoon.
It's already afternoon.
It's already afternoon. Tell me your full name.
Ulises Escobedo Galvez.
Ulises Escobedo Galvez. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Jalpa, Zacatecas, and well, here in this community is where I was raised. I'm still growing up here. Hey, yeah.
Yes, yes. In what year?
I was born in 2004. I'm already 21 years old.
No, man. Well, he's still a kid. So studies?
Up to high school, I only studied up to high school.
Up to high school?
And well, right now,
Afterwards.
after high school,
What came next? Did you work, have some kind of job, or well,
before I finished high school, I was already working a little before that in music. I was already working there in different bands. And when I finished high school, I went to the United States for a while to work for a few months. Then I came back. And in the same thing, music, well, basically, I've always liked it since I was a kid.
so music came into your life before the first woman you fell in love with? Music entered your mind first.
Music, yes.
What was your experience in your first participation, I don't know, with a group or studying guitar or whatever the instruments you've played?
Well, look, the first experience I had with an instrument was in elementary school. I remember that my dad took me out of elementary school that day. He had found out that a teacher here at the community's middle school was giving guitar lessons. So after leaving elementary school, he grabbed his guitar, grabbed his things, and said, I'm going to buy you a guitar. And we went to the middle school and met with a teacher, a tall, heavy-set teacher, and I want to send my regards to Professor Juan Carlos. I remember arriving scared because my dad, my teacher, told me he would grab me by the shoulders like this, and well, just imagine being there. And I would even look at the teacher, and I was kind of scared. He was huge. Yeah, I was scared, and he had a strong voice, a powerful voice. So, are you willing to stay here for guitar lessons? Sorry. And then I would look at my dad all scared, telling him yes. So that was the first encounter I had. He was the first person who helped me both to sing and to teach me how to play the guitar and the flute as well. So he was like one of the pillars I have when it comes to music. My teacher, Juan Carlos, I want to give him a shout out. Yes.
It was something you truly liked from the heart.
Of course, I've always loved music from the heart since I was in kindergarten. Well, my parents noticed it like, I don't know, like I already had it in me. Hello, hey. So they noticed it, and another thing worth mentioning is that the first time I sang was when I graduated from kindergarten. At my graduation, I don't know how they managed it, I don't remember very well, but my teacher and my parents figured out a way for me to learn a song and sing it on the day of the ceremony. Wow.
That was it. That was the takeoff.
Yes, it was my first time singing in public.
Well, I think all kids, we're talking about kids right now, all kids in kindergarten especially, don't they get shy? And they do it, so they already have the seed of because we can see a kid in, let's say, sixth grade who is told to close with a poem, a recitation, and they don't want to, right? So, a 5 or 6 year old kid, which is the age when they graduate, who already gets up in front of an audience of 15 or 20 people, well, that's already.
Thank God. No, well, I haven't really been embarrassed by many things. So, from back then up to now, still, sometimes I get a little embarrassed to do some things, but basically, since I was a kid, well, yeah, no, not really. I wasn't so embarrassed that I couldn't learn a song and sing it in front of people, like when I finished kindergarten.
Well, from there, as time went by, did you join a group? Like in which band or group? Where did you get your start? Like, when did you say, I'm throwing my hat in and I'm going for it?
After that happened, after I started singing in kindergarten, then at some events in elementary school and at some events in middle school, they would invite me to festivals here in Tabasco, in the town, like for example, festivals organized by the churches, by the different neighborhoods, town theaters. Well, like, yes, kind of like that. Well,
Filler?
part of it. Yes, 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 exactly. Of celebrating saints in at the churches here in Tabasco. Well, I would go and perform, and suddenly they invited me to television there in Tabasco. They had a program called Talents of the Canyon. Our friend Marogenia, whom I send my regards to, Mrs. Marogenia, well, I performed several times at the kiosk, and well, it was broadcast. It was a live broadcast. And from there, well, right now, the friend who's in front here, whom I send my regards to my buddy Marcos Almaraz, he was the one who saw me sing well at the kiosk. And he already had a group called, well, it was called Descendientes de Zacatecas, and well, they needed a singer, a vocalist. And he contacted me, he contacted my dad. Well, he was interested. That if not, he would like me to join the group. And well, from there, that was like my turning point, because that was the first group I joined. So, well, with music partners, well, live now, because well, I was used to singing with karaoke, with tracks.
Yes, but now getting up on a stage, seeing all kinds of people, some drunk, others hungover. So from there, that was the beginning.
So to speak. Yes, around the age of 13, more or less. I was 13 or 14 years old, I don't remember very well. But that's when I actually joined a music group.
How long were you with that group?
I think it was about a year, a little less than a year. Yeah, I didn't stay there for very long, honestly, for different reasons, you know. But, well, there, as always, you always learn from things, from what you go through. You always learn things. And even though it wasn't a long time, I'm grateful to the people I worked with back then. Currently, some are my friends, but I don't know what happened to the others.
It's just that well, your dad planted that seed and they were watering it so it could grow, right? Up to a certain point. So from there, you said, this is my thing, and you worked up the courage. Tell me about any experiences, something that happened to you during that year you spent with those people, because there's all kinds of people there.
Yes, yes, yes.
You deal with all kinds of people. When we start an event, everything is nice, everyone is applauding, everyone. And when we're halfway through the event, hold on, because here comes a drunk guy who unfortunately wants the song you don't have.
Yeah, well, one of the experiences I remember right now was that by chance or by good luck or bad luck, I don't know. For Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, we had a gig, so I was still a kid and I wanted to be with my family opening presents. So, well, it happened and I had to go to work, you know. It was an event here in Tabasco, but I don't know why. I got sick to my stomach. That night I started feeling bad in my stomach. And it wasn't because of me. It wasn't, no, God knows it wasn't me throwing a tantrum that I didn't want to be there at the gig. I just felt bad. In fact, I don't know if at that time during the band's break I threw up or I don't know, but that was the reason they brought me home. But well, it was already around midnight, right? So I had already worked for a while. But well, even here at my house, all the gift giving and everything had already ended. And it was kind of an experience.
Well, your nerves betrayed you, the desperation, because you were still basically excited about the gifts. You just said it, and you were caught up in that.
Yes.
From the moment you start to have, once you're old enough to understand, you get used to family gatherings around Christmas. the gifts, all of that. And being your age, a teenager at least,
That is.
but I think you also really valued being with your family. At least it's the same. So, and well, what do I do? Well, I've already taken on this commitment, and here at home, what? I think that,
That's one of the things that, as a musician, I think all my fellow musicians will agree on, that always, well, family occasions, important dates, birthdays, yes. With family and all that, you have to sacrifice it for the events you have. At the end of the day, that's just how our job is. And, well, you can't always be where you want to be, right? So, just to mention that story, from there, you start learning, you start realizing that you won't always be with your family during important moments.
and it just so happens that, for example, it's during important dates when you get work.
Yeah, usually it's on the weekends.
And let me tell you, it's a good thing you're not married yet, because that's when you're going to get into trouble. A lot of times you make plans when you still don't have a date set aside. And you make plans with the family, like let's go somewhere, and then work comes up.
Yes.
And well, you know what? I won't be able to make it.
And the problems?
One stops participating in events that are important for the family,
Of course.
whether it's a graduation, a birthday, a piñata, whatever it is. Well, forgive me, mija, forgive me, woman, but work is work. That's basically how we make a living.
Exactly.
That's how we make a living. So, how did the idea to form your group come about? Your group?
Well, basically, I've always, you could say, dreamed big. Honestly, I've always looked up to the great artists, a lot of artists that I admire right now. And, well, I would really like to be like them, you know? I've always had it in my mind that I wanted to have my own group. I always wanted to have something of my own. It's not so much about money or anything like that. It's just something I've wanted, something I've longed for since I was a kid. So the idea of how it started is that, well, after the group I told you about, the one I was invited to, I was in a band here in San Luis from another community nearby. And then I was invited to a band from Villanueva, where I was for a while too. And then I went back to a band, which is Christian's band. I want to send greetings to my friend Christian, and I stayed there. That's it. That's the group I've been with the longest. 2 years, 2 or 3 years. No, I don't remember very well right now, but well, I've already got the itch, already. When you already have something inside you, you have to let it out. It's like something stronger than you just have to do it. So basically, when I finished high school, I started planning everything, looking for musician friends who wanted to start a band with me. And well, basically, that's how it was born. I remember it was at the beginning of January 2025 last year when I met some friends from here, from Guchipila and Jalpa. And well, basically, that's where I got my start. My group started as a Sierreño band, and well, you know that sometimes the hardest part is just getting started. Well, as they say, I took the chance with them. I started getting my own sound equipment, and well, I bought my truck so we could get around to the gigs. I started sometimes even playing for free just to get my name out there, with people. And well, that's how it was. That's how I got my start. Just something quick, just to tell you so you know. Well,
But let me tell you, when it comes to that, you already had the experience since kindergarten. You just needed the tools.
I mean,
The thing is, here it's really about the love for music, because we've seen a lot of people who start out, join a band, join a group, but for some reason, maybe fate, in the end, they end up with nothing, right? And here, no, you've had it since the beginning of your life, and I think the best thing is your age. You're starting out in music and you're starting out in life. At this point in your life, well, you're already known, you're already very well known. I'm telling you, the other day I had the pleasure of being at an event where you participated. Honestly, he thanked me. Your style, your music.
thank you.
This in the norteño scene, in regional Mexican music. Yes, I liked it. You're on a very good path. There are still many obstacles you have to overcome. Don't try to fly before your wings have grown. Everything starts slowly. That's my way, because this music industry is like the brick making industry, like any other industry. That's how you start, from the bottom.
Like you, from the bottom up.
Huh?
Yes.
And be very careful, because for me, the way I see it, this is a staircase that goes up step by step. When you get to the top, well, arrive with the same humility as when you started on the very first step, because sometimes, oh, the alcohol goes to our heads, and then we feel like we're owners of what we're not, of what we don't have. And in this life, humility is the greatest treasure. Patience, not desperation. Don't say, oh man, what am I going to do? No gigs are coming up. No gigs are coming up. When you least expect it, this is like going hunting. Yes, there are times when nothing happens, and suddenly they come and talk to you, and that's it. That's it. Meanwhile, you had a chance to get ready for the next event.
Yes, that's how it is. That's how we've been getting ready all this time. It's a time for learning more than anything, for practicing. And we're getting along with my teammates, with the group, making sure everyone is okay. Being in agreement more than anything, because we've seen that a lot of groups break up not because they don't play well or because of money issues, but mostly because they don't get along. Jealousy, problems, arguments, all of that. That's the thing.
The thing is, let me tell you something. I imagine that a band, a group, is like a family. It has to be. It has to be a family. In that family, there's one person who is the one in charge. And for that, he invites all his companions, like, you see, let's do this, let's do that. And the father of the family won't be replaced by a son, because the father brings the experience.
Exactly.
Now, the one who really doesn't want to, because of the schedules, the late nights, the distances, for whatever reason, right? Because your group also has to be a young one. And sometimes we let ourselves be influenced by our girlfriend. No, don't go play. Look, you're going to go, we're going to go to my cousin's party, and that's it. And that one, and son of a, he's dealing with this temptation because they're young. But they're building a career, they're building a life. Huh? So then, no, if we're going, let's go. Let me tell you, that's where it started with you and the. I mean, at your young age, you already have experience in music. You've written some songs. Well, let's say, what could be better than performing your own work?
Yes, I've written around, right now I have around, no man, no more than 10 songs that I've written myself. Some are already recorded and available on platforms. Well, what's coming up right now is recording a song of mine that I also wrote about a month and a half ago, more or less. And well, mainly, yes, I really want to focus a lot on new songs, on songs, maybe not ones I write myself, but unreleased songs. Maybe from other composers from here, from the region, who are giving me ideas, who are giving me songs that mainly connect with the style I have and that I like. Well, that's what we're aiming for right now. It's about recording new things, recording our own stuff, right? Because, well, any group can just record covers, which is also valid. At the end of the day, the important thing is to do what you like and what comes naturally to you. But for my part, yeah, I'm putting more effort and aiming more towards recording our own songs.
Now that you've started your own group, when you officially performed with your group for the first time, where was it?
Oh, wow. Well, the first time I performed, basically when I had just started with the Sierreño, a friend hired me for a party, basically a private one, and that's how I started. You know, at small parties, as they call them now, at little gatherings with friends. But right now, what comes to mind is that I think I started here in Tabasco at La Comarca. It was a, well, what is it? Like a restaurant? Yeah, a wing place. A wing place. Yeah, yeah, a restaurant for wings and burgers. Well, basically, that's where I got my start, honestly. It was one of the moments when I felt really nervous, even though I've sung in places where there were more people. There, I already felt it, like it was something that, well, it was already up to me, you know, it was all on me. Now, for sure, everyone was going to focus on seeing, like, What's up with this kid? What does he have? Yeah, basically that was the event, a public event, my first public event, so to speak, where I played, well, already as a solo artist, like with my group, like what I have now.
So tell me how the withdrawal is going, if I'm correct. With the women, with the girls who scream at you and faint, what do you do and what are you supposed to do? And because it doesn't just happen to you, it happens to everyone who's in this business.
Yes, well, basically, you have to handle it in a professional way, but without coming across as arrogant or egocentric, right? I mean, people, like you said earlier, people are the ones in charge. People are the ones who always have control over whether things go well or badly for you. So, more than anything, you have to keep the vibe going with people, connecting with them. If there are girls or friends, or, well, you have to sing to everyone equally. In the end, after all, they'll see you at the events since they know you'll be playing there. So, that's what we're doing right now, behaving well with everyone without being stuck up. If someone wants a photo, we take it. Well, right now, I think we're doing well, We're not like with our heads in the clouds, like people say.
Right? I think that's the best thing. Everyone, the drunk guy, the messy one, the guy with the tie, whoever wants to come up to you, you have to take care of them. You have to take care of them. If someone asks you for a song or asks you for something, you say, sure, no problem, here you go, buddy, and keep going. Yeah, you told me you write some songs.
Of course.
Can we present something, one of your songs here, just like this, simple as we are?
Yes, of course. Do you want me to sing you a song?
Yes, and let's have them bring us a tequila, because if you're going to sing a love song, well, let's see. Come on, Ulysses. I think it's guitar, right? You need to lean on something.
I'm going to sing you a song called Our Adventure. It's something that, as I was telling you earlier, is a song I composed recently. One of the most recent songs I've composed, which I'll be recording this coming week, so stay tuned for it. I think it will be out on digital platforms within a month or month and a half, since it's already recorded and in the studio. Well, it's something original that we're working on here, so it goes like this. I hope you're doing well, that you're better than before. What we had didn't work out, and even though we wanted it, the way I loved you wasn't enough. I know this ends here, and now it's really forever. There were so many mistakes, so many disappointments, that all I can do now is carry you with me. I feel bad. I hope that one day you realize that I really did love you. It's a shame about the time I invested in you, because I won't have you with me again. But I thank you for all the moments we spent together, beautiful memories. Maybe in another life we did get everything we once dreamed of when we were dating, and I want you to know that I carry you inside this heart that has loved you so much. This breakup hurts me, but there's no cure here. The end has come for our beautiful adventure. Just like that, so he can wait for it.
Let me tell you, friends, yes, you, my friend, if you're at home eating, resting, ma'am, you can applaud from there. This is something very nice. Hello, teacher. Thank you, very kind. Ulises Escobedo, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook as Ulises Escobedo Official. I'll leave my social media right here on the screen or in the comments, so you can go follow me and listen to everything new we're working on coming soon. Well, the plan for the upcoming months is to make an album with completely original songs. And we're also working on collaborations with other artists, which you'll see soon. Surprises, right? Like they say.
Well, let me tell you, if you ever need anything, a backup singer, or even the lead, I'm at your service, just saying.
Just get me a host, that's all.
Let me tell you, Ulysses, now I'm going to get back at you, my friends, because when the music time ends and everyone asks for another song and another, Ulysses says, we're leaving now. And for us, 2 times up, it's here. I wish you all the best in this career.
Mozzarella.
In this career, which is not easy. It's not easy. You have to hear it's something, I don't know, like the life of a doctor dealing with an illness. To get it right and keep going, always move forward. You're never going to stop learning, never, because times keep changing. And thank you very much for giving us your time. We, my friends, are always looking for people, young people and older people. Young people, may they rise up, and older people, may they tell us their stories and stay with us until God decides. So, I want to thank the restaurant Mariscos y Pescados La Granja. This is in Tenanguillo, my friend. Come over so you can have a delicious seafood soup. Here they have all the seafood you want, but what stands out the most is the attention they give you.
No, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for the time you took to come all the way here. Thanks to my buddy Eric, who's there with the cameras, and to you, sir. I've known you for a while now, but well, we never had the chance to have such a pleasant conversation like the one we're having here. So thank you. Thank you again for taking the time to come all the way out here to my ranch.
You say it proudly, your ranch. Let me tell you, Ulysses, you can send a greeting to your friends, your colleagues, to whoever you want.
I want to send a greeting mainly to my parents, to my dad Guadalupe and my mom Juanita. Let's see if they watch this video. I also want to greet my fellow musicians, Charlie, Richie, Marcos, and Nico, who are part of the team. And well, to all the people who follow me, I'm really grateful because, well, I've had a really good response from them towards me. So, well, I thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And, well, once again, thank you, sir.
Don't forget, friends, we're also there on YouTube, Al Estilo Zacatecas, so you can follow us and, of course, enjoy the presents, the songs of Ulysses. And whenever there's an event where you see in the program Ulises Escobedo will be there, go for it because he brings recent music, the middle era music, and also the oldies, just like I like them there, Ulysses. Also, you have a very unique style.
Of what this is.
Ulysses, at all times, may God give you strength. May God bless you on this musical journey. I wish you the best, and the same to your whole group.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Don't forget, friends.
This is Al Estilo Zacatecas, your friend Jose Luis Ramos. I can't say goodbye just until next time.